Welcome back to Portland Today on a Friday. Today's homegrown segment is a company called the Dapper Sasquatch. I love that name. We are celebrating all things steampunk with their new subscription box. We have the owner of the Dapper Sasquatch, Stephanie Gonzalez, in studio with us today. Now, Stephanie, I've heard a lot about steampunk recently, and I just want to ask you, first of all, what is steampunk?
Steampunk is really a look at the future from the eyes of the Victorians. So 1837 to about 1901 was when Queen Victoria really was in power, and it was a time of great scientific expansion, you know, all of their colonies and everything. So it had coal, it was kind of gritty, but also it had some futuristic movements with all this science.
And I love the top hats.
So it combines them, yeah, so thus the hats, correct?
Right.
And this is what you get in the box?
The hats are not in the box, but it's just such an iconic piece of steampunk. And my own character, the Dapper Sasquatch, walks around with his top hat all the time. He doesn't feel quite himself without his top hat.
I love that.
I'm feeling like we need to put on
hats,
Ashley.
I kind of want to see. Did you made it on this?
I made this, yeah.
So you've started this subscription service just this year, and so what does come in the box then when you subscribe?
I love the box. You get a steampunk novel. You get a couple of little gifts that go with the novel, and then my own storyline. So each month you get a different installment. And
so this is your July box, and that's going out, you said?
this is the first installment.
Okay.
So all of this.
Oh, and little old-fashioned letters.
Oh, yes.
Oh, neat.
This is the storyline. And then the book comes with some little tags so you know when to open different items.
So do you open at different times during the month?
No, different times when you're reading the book.
Oh, wonderful.
So as you get to each page, like, let's see.
You can tell I'm new to steampunk, right?
I am as well. That's why I had to ask.
Every question I ask. No, not so much, Kathy.
This one
but
actually
you're so
goes
kind
with
about
the
it.
newspaper that's in here.
So give us an idea of what some of the things you might find in here then.
Go ahead and open that one.
Oh,
yes,
I can open it.
Absolutely.
Okay, wonderful.
And what that one does is it corresponds to
to one of the letters then. So it's kind of a little bit of a game as well.
Exactly. So this is the newspaper that comes, and if you read down here, basically the biographer is telling the Dapper Sasquatch story, and she starts, "A dozen lives I have lived since I first took breath to the moaning of elk." Dapper says, "Wait a second, that's a bit highbrow," and he finally says, "You know, my beginnings are even more lowborn than yours. My mother measured my growth on a sequoia tree."
And then you have
we have the little sequoia tree.
So what is the Dapper Sasquatch? Where did that come from?
You know, I wanted something that was uniquely Northwest. It's kind of my adopted area. I actually grew up in Florida, but I love this area. And so the Sasquatch is uniquely Northwest. It's a wonderful mythos. And the Dapper, my husband actually started wearing bow ties that I made him to work and had tea and all of that. And it just kind of...
So you thought, I'm onto something
I'm onto something. It's nice to be able to dress up. We don't do that so much anymore.
Now, Stephanie, what is the cost of a box a month?
It's $35 a month with $5 shipping. And like I said, you get
an
book.
adventure right to your door, right?
That's exactly. It's the idea of whimsy and adventure to your door.
We can all use a little more than that.
Absolutely.
We'll have information on how to find your site on our Portland Today Facebook page.
Looks good on you.
You never put on your hat, Ashley.